Cryptoslo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
Cryptoslo, more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? Some late night gains. Let's get into it. Bitcoin trying so hard to get over that 30K. In my opinion, it still looks like it's gonna go back down. But, you know, what do I know? I'm not Nostradamus. ETH pretty much a stable coin at this point, sitting at 1858, just kind of bouncing around in those 1800s. Nothing too crazy. Got your ups and downs. Looks like it's a shorting opportunity, but again, I'm not much of a trader, so not much to speak on that. So what you came for the video for? Oh, my poor Xen. Oh, it's just like an airplane landing. So Xen, huge price dump. Liquidity is pretty much toast. I think there's more in the ETH pool, pretty sure. Yeah, 711K in the ETH pool. Not too bad. What are you going to do? So let's talk about Xen. A while ago, about 7 months ago, I made my price prediction based on just the parity of minting. If you hadn't saw that video, my Xen price prediction about 7 months ago. And I had 6 zeros and a 3 as the bottom. And that's pretty much, you know, a lot of people think we're going to add another 0, but we're sitting at 607. So another 50% down, and that is the mint bottom. Gas continues to stay high, you know, like high relative to things, which leads me to the reality is I haven't been minting Xen. My strategy shifted. I've been just picking them up on OpenSea, and as you can see, the Centurions are dirt cheap right now. You can't mint for 2.59 ETH, okay? But I can tell you it's still a 2 or 3x even at these price points. So in my opinion, Xen could go down half, it could go down another half, and it could go down another half. And then it would just be at break even at that point. But the liquidity pools will be so illiquid, there'll be no way of getting large amounts of Xen. That's what people don't realize. At the bottom, just think of the DXN on some of the illiquid pools. It's impossible to buy large amounts without drastically moving the needle. So again, my strategy remains unchanged. This is a huge price crash, but again, I expected the price crash. So it's really nothing new in the scheme of this. This is about adoption and getting Xen into as many wallets as possible. And, you know, I'm still not a buyer. So what am I doing? I told you I got my collection of Centurions, and then I just pick up a couple at the beginning of each month. As long as people are still selling these below mint, I'm going to scoop these up. I mean, this 259 is like ridiculously cheap. Now, so from that standpoint, the price crash again was expected. So I'm not going to worry about it because my time horizon is 2 to 3 years on this project for massive gains. That's without any white swan events. So let's talk about white swan events. Xenify, this is the project that I mentioned, has their airdrop going. This has potential to burn a decent amount of Xen. Now, from what I've heard, when this goes live, it's on BNB right now, 50% of the XNF will go to swappers, 50% will go to the people that burn Xen. And then you stake your XNF, and then you get fees from the swaps. Now, in general, Xenify, as a swapping, it is an aggregator of an aggregator. So it aggregates the aggregators, okay? So all of the monkey business and on-chain stuff is happening behind closed doors through routers. Slippage at times can be rough, but it's trying to get the best price that it can. I've done some cross chains on this, and it works very well. I have not had a single stuck transaction yet. And like I said, the airdrop, basically you swap on the BNB chain, and then you get an airdrop allocation, and then it drips back to you at 734 days. Now, an important thing about Xenify, they want to start the price of XNF at $1, but that does not mean it will stay at $1. It's not a peg. Okay, it's just a starting price. So it could go up, it could go down. That's to be seen. And basically, by getting XNF, you're earning a stake in this aggregator of aggregators. And if they continue to improve this product, it could be pretty solid. Now the question is, what kind of divs are you going to make for staking your XNF? And that is to be seen. But anyways, the mining event is still going on for about another, I don't know, I think 40 days or something like that, and then it will be launched. Another important thing is the token supplies will be separate on each chain. So each chain will have its own price action. As always, probably ETH will be the gold standard. Now, mining on the airdrop for ETH is going to be expensive, just obviously with ETH fees. So, that's going to chomp down some cash, because basically they charge 0.005 for each swap. And then you get your XNF, and then you stake your XNF, and then you collect fees. So instead of the exchange, or in this case the aggregator, getting all the fees go to the XNF holders. So, and then there's, I think they said 22 million coins total, but it's over like a very, very long period of time. So that is Xenify. Next, we have this Jake Sharp guy. I don't know much about him. He seems pretty confident that he's invented the next widget of the century. So he aims to launch a project with DXN mechanics where people make divs, but I don't know the tokenomics. I'll leave a link down. Well, actually, you can just find Jake Sharp. I don't like to link Twitter accounts on videos, but you can check them out. There really hasn't been anything specific released, but he's saying it's 80% done, smart contract 50%. Doesn't really say anything about audits. So this is possibly another catalyst for Xen to have some price action and burn some Xen. Now the question is, everyone's so upside down that bought Xen, will they burn it to try to create new value? That is a great question. It's going to be tough. Now, first mover advantage on DXN. I talked about DXN, and I just felt from the beginning that the mechanics were zero sum, and that is what happened. The whales ran it up. They sucked out all the liquidity, made hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then moved on. Supposedly, DXN is coming with this DB NFT thing, but I was on AVAX just as a test. I think I got about 10,000 DXN on AVAX. It makes about makes like $5 a day or something. So from an ROI standpoint, it's going to take me 9 million years to break even. But I have that money dripping in, which is nice. And then there's also Xen.game. That is like a key game where you get divs, and then the last person wins the pot. Now, I used to play those key games on Tron back in the day, and typically I lost money. So the question really is Xen.game going to be able to make people money? Or is it? Let's see. I don't know. I have to figure out what their website is, but I haven't followed up on Xen.game. I'll have to give them a look and see. But here's the thing. There's several people trying to build on Xen to get that price action. But my strategy is still get as many coins as I possibly can. I'm taking that max pain route, and hopefully after a year, then I will be maximizing my time frames on those mints. And again, I'm just picking them up on an OpenSea. Doesn't make sense. Now, on to my baby. Elephant. Oh my goodness. 72,000 BNB. Just absolutely killing it. And I'm going to tell you, everybody hates the champ. So, be forewarned. People will try to fudge you out of their bags. Looking at his treasuries, we covered the flippening the other week, and treasuries are looking really good. So we had that crossover where the LP pools are blue and the treasury is red, and liquidity attracts liquidity. And as you can see, the angle of increase is starting to possibly go parabolic. So looking for big things out of this. The community as a whole wants this right now, as of now, seems like they want this baby to rocket to 1 billion plus. So that'd be freaking amazing. So the all-time high was like the 606, with this leading number 2 is a 6. But yeah, still got my bag. It's just killing it, man. So if you're not part of the herd, very positive community. Stay in your lane, stay focused. Our focus is building the biggest DeFi dApp ever created on the BNB chain, and I really think the elephant is headed that direction. NFTs, 5,500 have sold. I mean, this thing, it's selling out fast. I still need to get more NFTs before 10,000. I got my initial 4, but like I said, I was doing some mining and some other stuff. So, but elephant money, it's just awesome. Futures, passive income, elephant store of value, and I like to talk about this. Everybody talks about the elephant parabolic action, and the thing is, it's not a destination; it's a journey. At the end of the day, we want elephant to moon so that we can get yield on passive income. That is the mechanic, And I mean, it depends what your goal is, but my goal is yield. And with that, think of it, it's not a destination, it's a journey. So it's an ends to a means. So keep it up. Elephant's killing it. Moving on over to the grapes. Floor slipped a little bit since the last video, but nothing has changed. I'm ultra bullish on this project. I'll disclose, I've got a fair amount of these now. I've been collecting them, and it's probably the most I've ever had in an NFT project. I usually don't spend a lot of time on NFTs because it's very time consuming. And quite honestly, I feel like I just got lucky with grapes, and I came across it and I got in, and it's totally killing it. Where was that? So yeah, grapes. The big thing with grapes is the IDO that's coming up. So if you have a grape, you're going to get an allocation. Does that mean it's an airdrop? It's a great question. How much do I get? That's a great question. Do bunches matter? That's a great question. So, when you're, one of the number one questions that people have about the grapes is, how do I mine bunches? You mine bunches by just holding a grape. So simply by not listing it, you start earning 1 bunch a day for your grape. Now, I heard the devs say that there was a bonus 10 bunches too for people that have never owned a grape, which was cool. So basically, if you don't list it on OpenSea, you're automatically mining your bunches. And then if you buy a crate, one of the options is to reveal it for 30 bunches, but it depends on what your strategy is with that. And let's see. So yeah, grapes, IDO, I guess it passed legal. Everything's looking great, no numbers. And the big question is, how much do bunches really affect your allocation? And I just hope they don't screw this up with the tokenomics. I really do. Like, releasing something like this, I mean, this could be massive. I mean, there's like 40% is allocated for airdrop and rewards. So, gonna be interesting. Our third game, Juice Tycoon on mobile, is an idle simulator game, and this is the big news, and then the Roblox integration as well. But that's kind of the latest news, is that the IDO is basically officially announced. Juice Tycoon's coming out, and the Roblox. There's going to be some gameplay released here soon. But Grapes is aiming to become a massive IP, okay? And I mentioned this in my other video. The biggest problem with most NFTs is the simple fact that there's no revenue streams. So they're going to have 3 games, Roblox, Fortnite, the coin integration into the games. I mean, it looks like they're doing it right. Now, legally, how they're going to do this, that's a great question. So that is soon to be figured out, I guess. And that's pretty much most of the coverage. Oh, and then I had a little MicroCap. I mentioned this one in my Telegram. And, you know, again, I usually don't trade too much, but this 0x Dex, I'm going to give them a plug. They were trying to like make a Bloomberg terminal of DeFi, okay? So basically it's a DexTools competitor. So they launched, and let's see, let's do a refresh on this. I'm not shilling this in the sense, I'm just saying this could be a really good project, and obviously DexTools has done well. There was a huge pump, and I actually ended up trading this, and I was completely transparent in my group. I said I'm selling and taking some profits, and it went down, and then I bought again. I mean, to me this looks like a floor, but not a ton of liquidity. 5% tax in and out, so you have to set slippage to 5. But check out 0x or join their Telegram. I'll leave a link. A media-centric DeFi investment workflow. So they really haven't given me any suspect red flags at the moment. But as always, DYOR, and it's not like I'm going crazy. I put a couple $100 into it. So if it disappears tomorrow, I'm not going to cry about it. So with that being said, I know it's a lot of material tonight. I appreciate you. This is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.
Now